Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. Today I'm here with another video tutorial for class 5 chemistry, and the topic that we are going to discuss is melting point. In our previous lessons we discussed different topics which includes melting, includes evaporation and condensation. First have a look at these. Look at this diagram. In this diagram you can see a substance is changing from one form to another form. And if you remember in our last topic, we discussed that one substance can change from one form to another form. Like in the first one, the liquid is changing to solid, and then solid is changing to liquid again, and then liquid is changing back to gas, and then gas is changing back to liquid. So this diagram explains that one substance can change from one state to another state of matter, and we give these process a name. Like when a solid changes to liquid, it is called melting, and when a liquid changes to gas, it's evaporation, and when a gas changes back to the liquid, it's condensation. And when a liquid changes to a solid, we call it freezing, that we have to discuss later on in our coming lesson. So in today's lesson, we are going to learn about melting point. Let's have a look. What is melting point? We know that melting is when a solid changes to liquid. So it means the melting point is the temperature at which a solid changes to liquid. So that temperature is called melting point. Now, what do you think? Do all substances melt at the same temperature? Of course, no. If you will take different substances and heat them, like if you take butter and ice and try to melt them, both will melt at different temperatures. So it means we can say that different substances melt at different temperature. So melting point of different substances is different. Let's have a look at the melting point of different substances. Here in this table, you can see the melting point of different substances are different. Like the melting point of iron is 1589 degrees Celsius. Melting point of aluminium is 660 degrees Celsius. And ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius only. Copper melts at 1083 degrees Celsius. Silver melts at 961 degrees Celsius. Gold melts at 1063 degrees Celsius. And lead melts at 327 degrees Celsius. Now, there is a reason for that. Why different substances have different melting points? To understand the concept, first let's have a look at the particle structures of the solids. In your grade 4, if you remember, we have studied that solids consist of particles, and the particles in the solids are closely packed. Now in different solids, the particles are packed with different forces of attraction. It means in each solid, the particles are applying a force of attraction on the other particles. But these forces are different in different substances. That is why when we melt any substance, so it takes different amount of heat to break these forces. So we can say the melting point of different substances is different. Like iron, it means we can say the forces of attraction in the particles of iron are more than forces of attraction between the particles of gold. That is why it will take more heat to melt iron as compared to gold. So we can say the melting point of iron is more than melting point of gold. So this is the answer of the question you can see on the screen, that because attraction forces between particles of different substances are different. So that's why melting point of different substances is different.